I think the first half we were absolutely excellent. I felt, we committed incredibly aggressively to play against Holland, and we pressed them right to the edge of the goal line, and every player gave everything of themselves in that period, and they struggled to play out through us. And, we got the goal early on, which was a great confidence booster for us. I thought in that period then, when we relentlessly pressed and cuffed, we forced mistakes. And I thought we should have capitalised on maybe a couple of opportunities that we didn't in that period to try and go 2 up. I'm just couldn't believe that we conceded a goal. It was just such a frustrating goal to concede. So hard to believe that we needed Gavin there to make a good save for, going into half time. But I thought we were absolutely excellent first half overall, excellent. Second half, they had a dominant period, for sure. At the second period, they obviously Gapco pushed right on and pinned Doc back and Matt Doherty back, and they got a stranglehold on it, and we didn't seem to be able to replicate the level of energy we had in the first half. Didn't seem to be able to replicate that in our pressing, but we should have been good enough. Sometimes when you're playing teams who are superior overall to yourselves, you just have to. Inevitably, they're going to have periods of where they're on top of you, but you need to see it out. And the fact that Doc had to play lower then should have meant we would have been in a back five. We should have been able to see that out. So that was we just needed to see out their period when they were on top, and we didn't. They scored and it killed us, but we kept going to the end, and effort was great. Obviously a lot of crosses, and they defended, the big team, they defended the box well. A lot of individual players running at the Dutch defence, and we caused them problems, but we didn't create. I would have liked us to create more than we did in that end period.
I know I watched your TV interviews, and I know you said you expect to be in charge at the end of the campaign, but we know that you've built a whole new squad and brought in so many young players, but is there a part of you that worries that a manager that will come after you will enjoy the fruits of that hard work rather than you getting to enjoy it?
Listen, from my point of view, I'm not thinking about that now. I'm just very disappointed that we can't finish in the top 2 in the group, and I think I'm just very, very disappointed with that. And it's gut-wrenching that we can't. Had we won, it's difficult to beat. Obviously, France. I think France is the best team in the world. Up a level. Holland are probably not at the level of France, but they're still. Argentina beat them in the World Cup on penalties. They have a lot of world class players, but it's still one that when you take the lead like we did, that you are capable of winning it, but we didn't defend well enough overall to do that, and
is that naivety, Stephen?
And we didn't capitalise on. I can't really say it's naivety because we don't want to say that, but just Dumfries obviously causes problems for the 2 goals, and he punished us.
Nathan Melcher, please. Stephen, I know you're focusing on the resulting performance, but there was a sense coming into this that it was win or bust. What do you say to the people who would question whether you're the person to lead Ireland on from here?
Win or bust in relation to the qualification?
In relation to qualification, but I think also in relation to you staying on as manager, that there was a lot of pressure on this game and on this double header.
Yeah, there is pressure on, pressure from ourselves, you know, because we were desperate to go into the October window, still very much in the hunt, and you know that we were desperate to do that. So a lot of pressure from within ourselves. So we're disappointed with that. You know, really disappointed with that. From my point of view, you know, we've Greece and Gibraltar to prepare for in October, which is only a few weeks away, and Holland. You know, so we have to finish the group strongly and see if we have a playoff in March. Then, you know, we're unsure about that.
Are you surprised in any way that you find yourself 3 years in and you're putting Shane Duffy up front for the last 5 minutes?
I didn't put him up front. You know, it was only the last couple of minutes he sort of just joined in a bit. You know, it's not something that we. You know, it was only a last minute or two of injury time he did that. You know, it's not. It wasn't actually an instruction, but
no,
he went up and, you know, sometimes you know.
Damien Spellman.
Stephen, there were positives to take from tonight amongst the gloom, but one of them, Adam Ada, who was very pleased with what he did first half.
Yeah, you know, still more to come from Adam, you feel. I think obviously he showed a lot of great promise in the game, and he worked hard and he caused people problems. His natural attributes, he's quick and leads the line, and so there's still more to add to his game. Obviously we're missing a lot of the players that we're building our attack around, like obviously Evan Ferguson, Michael Obafemi and Troy Parrott and Callum Robinson. Adam's taken that opportunity and tried, you know, give everything of himself. There's still a lot of improving in him, of course. It wasn't a perfect performance, but everyone gave everything of themselves, you know, and he did cause problems for the Dutch centre backs.
Ed Leahy, please.
Stephen, how you doing? The Dutch manager made changes at the break, which essentially was a compliment to your first half performance. Just have you looked back at the 2 goals and how disappointing is that having such quality in the defensive unit that 2 goals were conceded like that?
Yeah, listen, with the first goal, I think there's always a gamble because we were so committed. Like, no one's going to play Holland like that, you know. I think in terms of we committed man to man nearly, you know, in relation to you won't see any team trying to play Holland as aggressively as that. But so we knew and obviously we probably did expect Weghorst to play up front, but Mallon, who normally never plays up front, he's a right winger. He's a really quick right. He's lightning. So that left us a bit. That was a concern that, you know, he had that level of pace through the middle. But I thought Shane dealt with it very well. Shane Duffy, to be fair, he read situations really well, because we committed so much. We left him 1-on-1, and he could have been exploited in a way greater than he is. So we defended well, but obviously we knew that they would have runners from deep with Gapco and Simon, and obviously Dumfries has played in the Champions League final for Inter Milan. And we knew he's a phenomenal athlete, but we know we could have dealt with that better than we did, and we had plenty of, you know, ample opportunity. So that's the disappointing part, you know. We knew it's a threat that we left space to, you know, for them to potentially exploit, but it's either that or concede the ball and drop into a deeper position. So there's no halfway house. You either have to concede the ball and drop deep and defend deep, or really go for it like we did.
Finally, David Kelly.
Stephen, I know you want to stay in charge for the rest of the campaign. If there is a playoff in March, do do you hope and expect to be in charge of that as well?
Yeah, I mean, I'm contracted till the end of the campaign. That's my contract. So, absolutely. But we don't know if it's a playoff, so we don't know if that is the case. You know, we're unsure whether that is the case. So, you know, I can't really make statements about the playoff because we don't know whether we're in it or not.